Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 11, week 9, day 1. So today, we're finally going to be able to get ourselves the new Golem Mythic. So, of course, we got ourselves the Onyx Giants that is available in the current Season Pass. Extended Pass gets it right now, today. Standard Pass gets it next week, and Free to Play gets it on... whenever the next Stormheim event is after this event in the event key drop table for Stormheim or from the Soulforge, probably early next year. But anyways, he basically does a bunch of scatter damage and converts 8 gems of a chosen color to Uberdoom Skulls. Pretty similar to that of Keeper of Souls in a sense, in that it gets to choose what skull or what color it gets to convert into the Uberdoom Skulls. This has potential to be really good, but it can also not have any option in a lot of situations. There are already options where, of course, even a skull spam on Keeper of Souls, due to just lack of skulls on the board, makes it have nothing that can convert, despite being able to do every color. And this can do kind of similar, where it doesn't really have that good of an option. However, you might still be able to get all the skulls to explode together, because if you do know there's like 7 or 8 of a given gem, and you know where a couple of them are going to go, you might be able to know if the whole board's going to get board cleared and stuff like that. Overall, he's probably going to be pretty average. Also depends how his final trait really interacts. But he's probably going to be pretty average. He'll find his way into some teams occasionally. Likely not one that will be used too often. But nonetheless, after we go do all the tasks, we'll be able to go get that. Also, we got ourselves a max pets. Right before the stream already did the battles. We've not claimed them yet though, but I only needed one more. And there's our one more. And there's another pet upgrade. But anyways, let's go show off the tasks and start getting them all done. And hopefully get them in record time again now. So far, we named him Squidward, that's funny. But, yeah, we've been doing pretty quick lately. Like, the average one has been taking like 30-40 minutes lately. I'm not sure if they're going to be that quick today, as I haven't actually looked over them yet. However, well, I have looked over them enough to know what the spread team is. But beyond that, I haven't really looked and delved into these yet. But anyways, as far as what we need to kill a bunch of dwarves, so we can easily do that in Keyzale, win a bunch of PvP battles. I might just reroll. So we might want to go for Keyzale kills quickly, so we can reroll the harder gold one. Complete 2 delves at level 100 plus. Hello, reroll. Let's see. Hello? I would like to reroll you. Kill green, that is much better. Okay, there we go. Match 200 brown gems in any battle, use Slayer class for 10 wins, and use Slayer banner for 10 wins. Both of which we have in its own little coordinated Rowan build. So all 3 of those really easy, and all we have to do to get there is now kill 45 green. So we'll go do a vault to go do the treasure gnome, explore Drakzoom. That one I guess we'll just do real quick. It takes a little while to explore it at 9, which is technically 12, but we might as well. I use Drakzoom team, we already have that. We're just using the one for the Thursday event. Complete 1 adventure board is just something we do anyways. Get 10 brown kills from Hellcrag, or from any location though, it says Hellcrag there. Actually, does Hellcrag have the highest amount of brown? I thought Keyzale was slightly higher. Then again, maybe. There's a lot of constructs there that are brown. Due to it having less troop, it might have a bigger ratio. Like, I know Keyzale definitely has more brown numerically, but probably not as a percent. Earn 4 glory in the battle, which basically just means do a PvP battle. Use a hammer for 30 wins. We just use Rowan with a hammer. Craft 1 summoning stone, 2 event keys, and just get some souls real quick. Okay. Easy enough. So let's focus on getting the dwarf. Let's keep doing bronze until we hit a wall and try to get as much as the bronze tasks done, specifically in Keyzale, so we can kill dwarves. Because we want to multitask as many of those as we can get. So first things first, let's throw down a single vault key here. We could also just simply find a gnome, though of course using a vault key is the quickest way. And why on earth am I in Soulforge? I'm so used to the vault event last week that's like, oh yeah, you can use a vault key here. Anyways, let's go switch over to I don't know, I guess Magnesia is fine. Anyways, hello everyone! Hope you guys have been having a wonderful start of your week. Only a week till Halloween! 1 week from today. Actually, exactly a week from today. Hello Roman! Hello Tyrion! Hello Bill! Hello Barbara! Hello Roman! Hello Gimli! Hello Ricardo! Hello Dwight! Hello Isabel! Hello... Hello Ricardo! Hello Logic Slayer! Hello Supernova! Hello Daddy Shark! Hello Andrew, hello Jonian, and hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so right off the bat, let's go explode everything. And then click the kill buttons. And we're good to go. Show me the loot. This is one of the keys from last weekend. Anything good? Nope. Oh, this is a blue. Nope. Unfortunate, though we weren't really doing it for the loot. Just trying to get the task done quickly. So this one's a little bit of a longer bronze task, but I guess we'll go do it real quick. It wants us to go do Drakzoom at Explore 9 or higher, and we're just going to do it at 12 with a Zugoff build. So I'll just roll with this. We could, of course, just do it at the lower range, but we should, for the most part, still be one-shotting them. Let's get our mana going. And start just guffing down the entire team. Go for another poke there, and let's match. Alright, 1 down, 4 to go. Or technically 5. Oh, no, it's going to be 4, because we actually are really lucky. We have a low amount of shards. The way that these work when it tells you to go do explore is it does it based on the last battle being registered. However, you can actually do 1 whole less battles if you don't have enough shards to take on the mythical battle, or, you know, the one that you would get normally for the chest. So you can do 1 whole less battle then. And we have the exact amount of shards right now to do 1 less battle. So that's kind of convenient. Didn't even realize we ended at that exact number last night while we're doing the Vault Key grind. And as you guys probably saw, we did indeed hit our goal of the 500 Vault Key weekend. It's actually, I didn't even realize it until I was actually doing it, but it was actually the first weekend we ever bothered going for 500. Obviously, we've gotten more than 500 multiple times, but it's the first weekend we specifically went for the exact number of 500. Well, technically we got 522, but you know, the goal of 500 specifically. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Not as big of a 1,000 grind, but still a good amount of resources. You got your 6th dragon egg today. Nice, congrats. I saw a forum post on that earlier. I didn't bother reading it though. I just saw the title and it was like, who here has gotten like 6 dragon eggs? There's like a whole thread on like, if anyone has yet. But yeah, people are starting to get them rolling in. No one actually has the dragon yet, if I'm not mistaken. However, there are people starting to get the 3 dragons, and then they just need to go get the 2 weapons, and then the other weapon, and then the other dragon. Because you still have to spend, you still have to spend 3,000 Dragonite, even once you have all the dragons. So there's still quite a bit of resources you need to get beyond that point. Because simply just getting the dragons is the first step. After that, you need to get both the 2 weapons, then the 3rd weapon that you need both the other 2 weapons for, then you need to actually craft the dragon itself, the 7th one. Which, to my understanding, no one has yet currently, though the first ones will probably start rolling in the next month or so. Like, probably by the end of November, the very few lucky people who got ultra lucky on them will start getting their dragon rolling in, the 7th dragon. And, you know, by 7th, I mean the 7th unique one. Because even though there's only 6 in their drop table, obviously there's the 6 colored one as well. Our daily gems and our objective is both complete. And we got to do it with 1 whole less fight, which is great to see. Next, Drakzoom Champion. What is this one again? Win any battle using Drakzoom Team. Okay, so let me go to Kazil. Let me bring it to Explore 1. And let me go do a Drakzoom Team. So the Drakzoom team I'll be using is the one we mentioned in the video, which is just the one for Thursday. You might want to change this hero class for a Thursday event. This is mostly for the coverage, or if you want to gain even more XP for it. However, it is slightly quicker with, you know, 50% mana costs hero classes. So might want to just switch that out. Otherwise, it's not that much slower. We already have Dawnbringer up. Boom, dead. Now we gotta do this 3 times. And of course, this does count as pure Kazale. Slayer class counts as Kazale. I mean, not Kazale. I mean pure, pure Drakzoom, I meant to say. And because everything here is Drakzoom. Slayer class is Drakzoom, and the 3 gem hammers are all Drakzoom, of course. Alright, we do not like this board. I'm just gonna start poking them and hoping we randomly get a skull. Worst comes to worst, that'd be funny if we actually blood kill them. We could theoretically just do this with 4 of them, but realistically, we're gonna see a skull at some point anyways. During the Thursday event, that will be useful for clearing out the resummon, that 100% resummon troop. Whenever that Drake ends up getting back up. You know what, we're just gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna start poking them until we see a skull, take the skull, and just poke them 2 more times. This situation is probably going to be a little bit quicker at this level range. Yeah, there we go. Objective complete. Alright, let's move on to the next. Clear this one out. Boom, boom. Alright, what do we have? Adventure. Complete the entire adventure board. Sure, I don't see why not. We're not going to need it for anything else. Also, we almost got all the dwarf kills we need. Perfect. Though, unfortunately, we're doing pretty bad on green kills. It's slightly concerning, but obviously everything gives a little bit of green kill. Also, I saw this earlier, but I almost forgot about it. But yeah, we have war coins today on the adventure board. That's pretty cool. Wait, what's my other objective that's doing nothing right now? Because I have 1 objective doing nothing. Oh, yeah, it was green kill. I was just talking about that, too. Anyways, let's go complete adventure board. Click on that, click on that, click on that, and let's go get these done real quick. So let's do this with, I guess there's a Phoenicia. Good old Phoenicia, because we don't need any specific synergy, so we don't have to use a Rowain build or anything like that. Otherwise, I would be right now. However, this early on, we haven't gotten the other ones to trigger far enough to get the synergy yet. So we're simply just going to use it with a slightly quicker team. Not that Rowan's slow here, but I believe on the final battle of the epic one, it doesn't have enough damage to kill. But for all the others, it would. Hello, Clip Bomb! Hello, Tyrion! Welcome, welcome. You're stuck at 5. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I haven't bothered opening more. I've only gotten 1 repeat so far, but I know if I go open every last dragon egg we have, we will probably still have the same amount of dragon eggs as I have right now, as far as unique ones. I'm just too concerned they're going to roll repeats. The second I saw the first repeat, I was pretty much done opening them. Just in case. It's just too much value lost every time you get a repeat. Which I can't even remember what one I got a repeat of, now that I think about it. I think it was the blue one? Let me go check real quick. Now I'm actually curious. Easiest way to search for them is to search gems. So if we do, gems. Oh yeah, it was the green one. Honestly, that's not a bad one to have 2 of. Like, honestly, any of them having 2 of is not ideal, but of any of the few to have 2 of, due to Beatrix and Truffle and stuff like that, that's not, like, horrifically bad. It's workable. You can also do it as, like, a Leprechaun, Merilith kind of builds. Because you want something that can utilize the excess green. Because once you get the team going, you're getting a lot of excess green. Because those big green gems. You have the final dragon by the end of November. Nice. Yeah, I'm just waiting it out. I'm pretty much just waiting it out. Oh, also, I forgot how few war coins this gives. Wow. 16? Yeah, it's a small number, right? Because you need 50 for the thing. Wow, that is a very small number. Luckily, we have more war coins than we're ever going to need. Because unfortunately, they don't really add anything new to use war coins on. It'd be cool if they had some kind of sync that they could actually be put towards. It's one currency under the very long list of currencies in Gems of War, where once you have everything meaningful from the resource, it does absolutely nothing. Because the only thing that can be used for is to gain like trait stones and like a small amount of souls or something, which isn't really that useful. Speaking of which, we do have the Halloween event. I think I did almost every single one of the battles in the video already, though. But, yeah, in the 2 videos that we covered today, I almost forgot to kind of mention it this stream. But yeah, in the 2 videos we did today, we managed to do all 9 of the other battles spread between the 2. So, yeah, I kind of did all the battles already, though it's, you know, just pretty standard battles. The loot's the most interesting part about this. I'm probably going to go for Kamina first, so we can do a team's video on Kamina. Which I'll probably cover in, well, based on our current rate, probably this Wednesday. Because tomorrow I'll probably cover a video going over the Onyx. We're going to be messing with the Onyx tonight, the Onyx Giant. But we'll be covering a video for it probably tomorrow. And then on Wednesday we'll cover Carmina. So almost every single day this week we'll actually have a team's video then of some kind. Today we had the big one covering everything. Tomorrow we'll have the Mythic that's in Season Pass. Then we'll do Carmina on Wednesday because by then we should easily have 400. Might even have it tomorrow though, definitely by Wednesday. And then we'll go from there. Because nothing else here we could really show. Power Orb just gives an achievement. The pet just makes Carmina stronger. Witch's Armor is just cosmetic, though we definitely need to get it before Halloween. So that'll probably be the next one I go for, actually. Is after we get Carmina, we'll go for the Witch Armor. Because I want to have this before Halloween. Just so we can wear it for Halloween in-game. Anyways. So where were we? What task were we on? We gotta kill Brown, we gotta kill Green, and we gotta kill Dwarf. Well, you know where we're going. 2KZL. With a slightly quicker team. But you know what? That team would have been fine. I'm actually switching to Rowene here, though. Because I want to make sure we have a slightly more consistent mana. Also, hello, Alistair Soup. Welcome, welcome. King Gob Truffle teams. Gets the green dragon damage up fast. Wait. King Gob Truffle. Oh yeah, King Gob Truffle. Yeah, that makes sense. For a second, I was thinking you said Iron Gob. My brain was very confused. But yeah, Truffle with Truffle and or Beatrix with those 2 dragons with like 1 really good mana accumulator to hold down the line is a pretty strong combination. We're messing with that some when we end up getting the 2nd copy. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's one of the few that, honestly, I'm not too disappointed getting 2 copies of the green one. Like, it would be better if it was unique. But it's one of the few colors where having double of it's actually kind of usable. Like, I feel like some of them wouldn't be that usable. For example, the red one, you probably wouldn't want to have 2 of. But green, purple, or particularly those 2 colors, maybe brown, you can get some value from having double of them. I wouldn't go out of your way for it, but there's some value to be had there. So the main thing we're trying to do right now is get our dwarf kills in. Also trying to get alpha bronze, most likely. Which, what was the other kill we needed for? Was it brown? Yeah, it was brown. Okay, I was gonna say, this is gonna go super quick since we're in Keyzale. Alright, there we go. So now we need to go do a PvP battle that hopefully has, like, some dwarves in it. You know what? Just in case it doesn't, I'm actually gonna do one more battle in, here. This will allow us to reset it all the way back to, 1, or, all the way back to nothing, so we can set it to 12 later. But this will also allow us to get our last 2 dwarf kills that we need here. As I say that, we actually only got 1 dwarf kill. Really? That's kind of unfortunate. What's the last goal task again? Oh, I gotta repick it. You know what? I gotta do another battle. It's unfortunate. Because I need 1 more dwarf kill. How do we only get 1 dwarf kill from a KZL fight? That's funny. We even got a Devourer in there and a Cascaded extra turn. That was such a high value black mana goal. We literally got everything it could have possibly done. We got a foil, we wipe, we got a Devour, and we got an auto extra turn. Or not an auto extra turn, but the Cascaded into an extra turn. Like, everything that could have went right, on the exact moment when we didn't need it to do that much. Okay, let's go re-roll PvP so we don't have to touch it. Oh, perfect. Wow, we just exchanged that. What an exchange rate. We just, like, scammed it right there. We just exchanged having to do 15 PvP fights for doing 22 of any fights, which is only 7 more, but it's so much easier. Which is kind of ironic because now I'm actually about to go do a PvP fight. So even though we just re-rolled out of a PvP fight, I'm actually about to go straight back in. Mostly because I need 4 glory. This will give us 4 glory. And it has to be specifically as a result of battle. You can't just open a key or something for it. Though that would be really convenient if you could. Because then you could just open up like 10, 20, or you can pretty much just open the 50 gold key if that was the case. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. You have to specifically win it in PvP, or any location that gives... Actually, technically it does have to be PvP, doesn't it? Because doing it in Treasure Hunt also doesn't count. Because it doesn't count as a battle, it counts as like a weird minigame kind of instance. Anyways, there we go. I think it specifically says as a result of battle. Yeah, it says earn glory from any battle. So Treasure Hunt doesn't work, Keys doesn't work, because it specifically says from a battle. So only PvP. Or Guild War if it's Guild War week. Okay, wants me to go with Hammer, wants me to go kill Green, and okay. So we'll go to like Forest of Thorns then. Seems fine. Like a low Forest of Thorns with a Rowan build. It should have Hammer, right? Wrong team. My coverage team should have Hammer. Where is it? There it is. Perfect. Does it have an armor bonus? Oh, I believe it's cosmetic. I'm actually not sure what the bonus is on the armor. That's actually a good question. I just assumed this entire time that it's purely cosmetic. But, it might have some kind of bonus. I assume it's not better than Death Knight. Because why would they do that? Because they want to sell Death Knight. But it could be like a unique 100% souls or something similar. I don't know. But technically that's not unique. Celestial Armor actually does that still. I assume it's just cosmetic. But I didn't even think about that. This entire time I've just been assuming it's cosmetic. But I'm actually not sure if it is. Oh, it doesn't? You sent me a pic? Oh, gosh. I haven't been checking Discord, which reminds me. Let me actually go open it real quick. Because I contacted Kafka the other day, and I have not checked to see if she's replied back. The answer is probably no. But what if she did? Because I saw her post on the forums as well. Let's see. Loading, loading, loading. Oh, they changed our Halloween for a pumpkin. Nope, Kafka has not replied back. Though Isabel sent me an image of the thing. Wait, how many gems did you spend on it? Did you just mass spend gems to get all the rewards? for the Halloween thingy. Because if you do it with if you wait the entire 2 weeks, like go the efficient route for trying to get everything, I believe it comes out to a little under 1,000 gems to get literally everything. It's not that much at all. Like slightly under 1,000 gems for everything. Which honestly isn't that bad. That was way less than I was expecting. Especially the power orb. Like I was expecting the power orb alone to be like a couple thousand. But no, you can get everything for just under 1,000. Though of course you can mass buy it on day 1 and get them all earlier if you so choose. But with the slowest possible method, waiting the full 14 days, I think it comes out to like 600-700 or so gems to get everything except the 2 resource ones that don't really matter. And if you do want the 2 resource ones, it comes out to slightly under 1,000. Alright, let me go do a brown summoning stone. Let's see. Weapon. No, oh, never mind. I was in the right spot. I just didn't click on it. Alright, brown summoning stone. Doesn't matter what we get, though we got a rock worm. Pretty nice troop. Obviously, we don't need anything in that drop table, so it doesn't really matter what we get there. Oh, that's funny. I opened a bunch of event keys earlier. Of course, earlier today, this troop was kind of glitched and he wasn't available for glory. He is since then available for glory, of course. If you haven't already seen, you can get him now for glory. Which, you know, the normal spot we would normally get it, shop into, weekly into right here. Obviously, that hasn't really changed. However, this tab was broken for several hours earlier this morning, which some of you guys may have seen. But he is indeed available for glory as of now. Probably has been for several hours now. However, he wasn't when I recorded the videos earlier. Anyways, let's go and do the soul. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll just leave it there because we'll just get it done passively. I don't even need to go out of my way for it. So let's go do fights in Forest of Thorns at level 1 while doing any win. So that seems fine. Can we just use Dust Devil here? Pretty sure we could do the quick Dust Devil kill team. So let's go use the team that we used all last weekend, the double Ironhawk team. Not one I mentioned in the video, but for this particular section, it'll actually work out a little bit quicker than running Rowan. Running the coverage Rowan would still work perfectly fine here. Just ever so slightly quicker. Since the main thing we need right now is actually get green kills, which is not something that was normally on the objective, but is something we rerolled into specifically. Just doing this for some green kill real quick. Also for number of battles, because we also have to do a 22 number battle. That's going to get done passively automatically, so we don't really need to go out of our way for that. Speaking of things we don't need to go out of our way for, boom, there we go. Oh, all of bronze is done. And all of gold is technically already done, because it's going to get done automatically just by doing all of silver. So all we have to do now is just do all the silver tasks, all 4 of them. And we re-rolled the first one, and we're doing the other 3. Let's see, would it have been quicker if I did the other one? I'm pretty sure we still got good luck on the re-roll. Yeah, it would have taken longer to do 2 delves than it is to do these little bit of green kills. That was a good re-roll. Not the best possible re-roll we could have gotten, but it's not a bad one. Yeah, the same issue had reset for a couple weeks, really? That's strange. Wait, that's the first I've seen of that. It's unfortunate that we got the mythic battle there. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, let me go bring a Zug off real quick. We got a Mimic. Where's my Mimic counter? Unfortunately, it's on Explore 1. But, where's my Mimic counter? The Mimic counter is, like, buried. There it is. Yeah, let's go add to our Mimic counter. Fortunately, it's a tier 1 chest, but, a Mimic's a Mimic. Hopefully it's a 5 times. Come on, 5 times? Nah. At least we got double Orpheus, which from Explore 1 is actually the best drop we can get, so we just high rolled on that. That might not seem like the best drop you can get, but that is indeed the best drop you can get from a level 1 Explorer. Yeah, there we go. Oh gosh, I'm 1 green kill short, really? Unfortunate. Let me just dust level them again real quick. You know, I'm just gonna stick with this team. It's fine. This team is a little bit slow at running Explore 1. Alright, not that it's like slow, but, you know, compared to teams that click like 1 button to win, it is slow. And dies to burn. It died to like a burn bleed there. Anyways, there's the next silver done. Now we need to go and match a bunch of brown gems. You know what I want to go do for that. Actually, we might as well just do it in Forest of Thorns. We're already here. Oh, I need to do it on a higher difficulty, though. Oh yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna do it in Forest of Thorns. Let me just find somewhere that's already up, like Sword's Edge or something. Alright, you're on Explore 12 already. Perfect. You don't have freeze or anything. Good. Alright, I'm gonna need to build a quick team for this. What do we not need? What out of all these teams do we not really need? I'm probably not gonna be using Strength again. I mostly just wanted to show it for the video. We went over it last week as well. But that actually came out today if you have the normal pass. Otherwise, last week. Oh, never mind. Let me go Chalcedony. And we'll go... Also, a Stone Slicer and Soulforge this week, by the way. Highly advised getting it. Actually, speaking of which, I actually do need a Construct here for 50%. So let me go get... oh gosh, I already forgot what the hero class is called for it. Oh, also, Orb Weaver has the Halloween background or something there. That's interesting. Why on earth do I forget what the hero class for this is called? Why on earth do I forget the name of this hero class? I haven't really needed it for a little while. Because there's so many other Barrier on Brown hero classes. Where'd it go? Wait, hold up. Geomancer. How could I not find it for that long? Anyways. Stone Slicer. And just like a brown yellow or something, doesn't really matter. Alright, we're good to go. And now we just need to match a billion browns. Yeah, I went over it like 3 times. And I was clicking this button until they're dead, and that should be enough brown. It said 200, so this should be about 200. Probably should have gotten a damage source just to kill it a little bit quicker, but this will guarantee be 200 at this point. I'll just do it this way. Perfectly balanced troop. I see nothing wrong here. Even more balanced with a nice Stone Slicer now that you can get in Soulforge this week. Highly advised getting it. One of the things that helps put this team together pretty well. Or not this exact team, but you know, Chalcedony teams in general. Obviously not this team directly. Actually, I probably should have killed this one first, just to make sure it doesn't freeze us. Because that could still happen if we miss. Like we're gonna miss. That's actually a funny joke. It implies that this team is capable of missing. Which it almost isn't. It technically could. Like a Truffle Infinite Loop's still slightly more consistent, but there we go. Which is also something we could have done for that. Okay, now we got to go do Slayer. I guess we just do the Rowene coverage team. Let's do it in, I guess, Forest of Thorns. We already know we have it at level 1. Might as well just do it here, since we don't need any particular location. Alright, let's go Rowene build. The coverage one, though. Because I need Slayer class to be equipped. Do I think that Dragonite shows up on Adventure Board? Currently it doesn't. When they make additional changes, like add a Gnome Fort and stuff like that, who knows? But the only thing we know that's going to change with it into the future is they are going to be adding a Gnome that drops Dragonite. Beyond that, we don't really know of any other ways they're going to add to accumulate Dragonite. We know that they're going to add a Gnome Fort, and that they're probably going to tweak some of the recipes or add some new recipes to like target the dragons or something similar. It'll obviously cost probably more Dragonite than, you know, the 500. However, you have a 100% chance of getting one of the last few is a lot better than having to gamble them with the eggs. So even if it's like double the cost, it's still worth it for the last 1 or 2. Because we don't know what the exact numbers will come out to, but realistically, the way that it will come out is it'll be viable to do the random eggs until you have 4 dragons. And then for the last 2 dragons, you'd want to target it with whatever the new system is going to be early next year. We don't know for sure if that's going to be the most viable way. But realistically, based on the numbers they're likely to do for it, it's probably the way to go. We just don't know for sure until we know the actual numbers, which we won't know until the patch hits first or second patch of next year. Which is technically 3 to 4 patches from now that I think about it, because we're going to get another patch next month for the 8-year anniversary of the game. It'll also be bringing in the Broken Spire rework that was supposed to come in September, but was delayed all the way until November, which is next month, of course. And then the other update we're getting this year is one before the holidays, likely the second week of December is generally when it lands, more often than not. Now we're done with gold, and now we just got to do the rest of silver. Now we're done. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to do synergy here, since this is just the one task section. But we're almost there. Buy the witch armor today? No. I already know the exact order I'm going on them. Because I'm getting the troop first so we can cover a video for that, probably Wednesday. We're then getting the armor because I want it before Halloween. And then the rest I'm just slowly getting over the rest of the time. Because I'm probably just doing 6 battles per day. As in buying, the 50 gem thingy. Because that's the most cost-efficient way of doing it from a conserving gems perspective. Another one down, and I believe this is our last task now, and all we have to do is do his banner. And you know what? If we're going to be doing it like this, why don't I just change the banner to you? So if I go to my Dust Devil team, you know what? For the amount of time it's going to take us to switch it, I'm just going to do it like this. Because what I was about to go do is change to the Dust Devil team to change the banner. But the 30 seconds it's going to take me to do that, it's probably just quicker to win 10 times with Rowan. Like, if I already had it set up, it probably wouldn't be a time waste. But I think at this point, it's better for us to use the coverage team. Due to the fact it'll take like half a minute to a minute just to change the banner on the other one. Which we've already would have had like 4 battles done. Has anyone gotten the Halloween troop yet? Someone here should have, probably by now. The skulls will likely override each other. I haven't been able to check that yet. However, I am, based on how other troops work, unless they have changed it in recent times, these skulls will overwrite each other, which will make her really bad if it does. But unless they changed the mechanic recently, which they may have, because I generally don't use things that create multiple different skulls. But I know how it used to work, is they would overwrite each other. The most recent example I know of that is that one kingdom, I think it's like a red-purple troop, that summons both skulls and doom skulls. I can't remember what faction that was, but it has like the double spawn of them. And I know that thing ended up overwriting its skulls. Actually, wasn't that it right there? Hold up. Wait, wasn't that just it? Just in that battle we were just doing? Unless I'm thinking of a different troop. Yeah, it's actually from this location. If I'm not mistaken, it has like the double skull thing where it does like one guaranteed and the other on like a % chance or something. I'm thinking of a different troop. Let's see. Create 6 skulls or 8 doom skulls. Oh, never mind. It's either or. My bad. I was thinking of a different troop then. But what troop was it then? Because I know there's something that creates 2 different skulls. This creates 2 different skulls, but not simultaneously. Yeah, I could have sworn the last time I've seen a double skull spawner that the skulls were overwriting each other. But it could have been that troop. That was a troop I was thinking of, but that's not the troop that actually does that. Because it's either or rather than both. Yeah, overall, honestly, even if the skulls don't overwrite each other, I don't feel like she's going to be that useful. There's already more consistent skull spammers in the game. Her unique trait also isn't too good. It's just a death mark proc. And there we go. And that was pretty much under half an hour once again. Technically, we're 33 minutes into the stream, but, you know, we're talking and doing the other thing initially. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We got some Dragonite from the extended pass as well. Ooh, shiny Dragonite. Kind of forgot about that. Anyways, let's go claim our rewards. So let me go hand out a code, and then the next half of the stream, let's start focusing on Onyx Giant, and then we'll probably do World Event a little bit as well. But yeah, let's go mess with Onyx Giant, a new troop that came in technically today. For most people, probably next week, and for most people, probably several months from now, early next year. But if you're getting it for free. But as far as this troop, I'm curious to see how his final trait works. It's probably the first thing I want to go mess with him on. But before we do, let's go ahead and code. So here you guys go. Here is a redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Also, we only have a few left. Hopefully Kafka will reply to us soon. I only have enough till Friday. But there you guys go. There's the code. And like you see more as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Only usable on PC mobile version of the game. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. But there we go. Anyways, also thank you, Isabel, for also paying for the pass as well. It's the reason why we're even able to get things like this early, as well as this little extra rewards up here. As she has actually bought in, I think, every single campaign pass, except for like the very first one. So it was greatly appreciated for the support towards the channel. Also, did it say $3.99? Because it's supposed to be 30. Okay, I was gonna say. Where did the other number go? Because normally it's $34.99. But yeah, that makes sense. Because if that was like $3.99, I would consider it. But $34.99 is way too expensive. Because you get a Nisha medal from it, so it's like, ooh, Nisha medal. But $35 for a Nisha medal is really expensive. Definitely not worth it. For some, it might be. But I would say, generally speaking, it is not worth it. Anyways, okay, let's go mess with Onyx. So this troop, as we mentioned, came out today. Let me go to upgradable and see what this thing can do. Oh yeah, I never upgraded the Darksmith from earlier. I actually got all the copies I needed for him, but then completely forgot to then go and proceed to upgrade him. So let me go do that. Since I wasn't able to do this earlier since he was glitched. But now he's working fine. Alright, and now let's go upgrade the Onyx Giant. So we'll go to level 18 there. Boom, boom. Use some green orbs. Use some orange orbs. Actually, I'm gonna go get his first trait. So I'm not sure why I'm trying to conserve them so much. We have like 1 billion of these orbs. Speaking of which, we actually have just 8 power just sitting there now. We'll do that. Use a little orange on him. Boom, boom, boom. Get orange over there. And there we go. Okay. So, let's see what this thing can do. Let's see what it could do. What should we start overwriting? Problem is, I'm not sure which one of these we're literally going to need. I guess technically... Well, Guild War Purple is my actual Guild War Purple, so let me go move this down. Because it's literally just my Guild War Purple team. So let me move that all the way down. That's about where it was. Good enough. Anyways. Now what I need to go do is move the other teams up. Because I want to go replace these 3 teams. Oh, I do want to make sure the cheap one is set on my other battles. Then again, it should already be. Because they were showing in the video earlier. And these will be the 3 that we replaced with Obsidian teams. Or Onyx teams, I should say. I keep going to call them Obsidian. Which is probably really confusing given that Obsidius is available this week. But let me go replace them. Alright, let's go build a team out of this guy. So the first thing we gotta test, obviously, is how on earth this final trait works. So he creates 2 Uberdoom Skulls whenever he takes skull damage. This is, in theory, absurdly bad. Because if the enemy gets value for those skulls instead of you getting value for the skulls, you're basically just giving the enemy infinite skulls. Not literally infinite skulls, but in practice, occasionally it could occur. So that's kind of bad. I guess we'll just get kind of standard mana accumulator for it. Marilift's seeming kind of nice based on this lack of mana conflict. This also allows us to double banner. So go like the minus purple banner for that one. And then we probably want another green if we're running it that way. I'm trying to think. If we want something like this, we probably want something that can skull spam. And since we don't want them hitting that hard when they hit back, we probably want to go Wild Queen. Wait, are you elemental? Oh, Mirage Queen. Perfect. Okay, there we go. That's the team. No hero on it, but we'll make it work. Alright, so we technically could use... Hold up. We could put hero on here. I would have to change the banner, though. Hold up. We could definitely put hero on this team. The way you put hero on here is run Elemental Book. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called. I'm just putting an Elemental. Where is it? There it is. O'Shea's Tome. Let me run out O'Shea's Tome. This also gives us yellow coverage, which is perfect. I do need to change my banner if I'm doing it this way. It should be a yellow... blue? Yellow green? Yellow green. Like a +2 green, +1 yellow. Minus something that isn't relevant. I'm trying to find something that isn't relevant. Why is every color here relevant? I'm about to just go green-yellow, to be honest. Because what can I get away with minusing? There's not much I can get away with minusing properly. I'm just gonna run it O'Shea's Tome like that, and run it with Elementalists. Alright, here's the team. See what it could do. Let's just test it in, hello, Govania. Let's do it in here, I guess. It is on the 12, right? Yeah, it is. Good. Alright, let's go see what this can do. Our first Onyx team. Oh, hello, Bun Bun! Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, I did end up seeing that earlier today. Yep, I did end up getting it. We'll be probably streaming Fall Guys next on Thursday, I want to say. Because I'm pretty sure that's the day they have the Halloween event going on. I want this guy to hit me with skulls. Though I also need the board to be filled with skulls when he hits me with skulls. Perfect. Okay, that didn't quite work how I wanted it to. I'm trying to get him to, I'm trying to get him to hit multiple skulls on me in one turn. Alright, let me go to ultra slow motion, also known as one-time speed. Let's see. What's sad is there's like 4 speed settings slower than what we're running right now. I'm literally trying to give him skulls, but I keep accidentally killing him. Alright, let me do this because I know for sure it doesn't have alignment. So I want to see how this works. I want to see what happens if he immediately gets skulls from it. I assume it'll count as his skulls and not ours. But the board is not letting me do so. I want you to hit us. Twice. But immediately as a result of the thing. Alright, so let me just take whatever. Come on, I want to see what happens here. Gosh, how hard is it to give the enemy skulls? I'm trying to make it so our 2 skulls trigger another skull to see whose value it goes towards. I assume it'll be the enemy, but I want to see if it just counts as our value. If it accounts immediately after. Right here, come on, hit us with a skull. Oh, right here. Oh, it counts as theirs! Why? Like, that makes sense. We already kind of knew this would likely be the case, and it would make him horrifically bad. Why would you do that, though? Yeah, it does exactly what you think it would do. It counts as their skulls, not your skull. So when Onyx Giant creates random skulls, it counts as the enemy's, not as your own. So you get hit by the own skulls that you created. That is so bad. Luckily, its ability is good. But its final trait is horrifically bad. So one thing kind of nice about this is his spread actually tells you what all the 8s are. For example, we know that blue is an 8, so we know for sure every single blue in this context will end up exploding. So we could basically keep checking the total number. So now we know there are 4 different 9s. Blue, green, purple, and brown. So any of these that seem like they're good enough to go for, like brown right now, will be the one we want to target. So we simply go for brown, boom, dead. And he basically did that every single time. That's essentially how he's supposed to be played. Is you just keep checking the numbers that you have here, see which ones are favorable to do so, check your alignment with how many skulls are on the board, and then cast it accordingly. Honestly, it's a pretty fun troop, but its final traits is as bad as you think it would be. The exact worst way it could possibly function is the exact way it functions. So that's not ideal. Yeah, that was the big concern of why he would be kind of useless. It was a big concern before he came out, and it did not disappoint. It is just as useless as you would expect. The final trait. Let's see. That's really unfortunate. I wish he had a viable final trait. This troop could actually be kind of insane if it had a final... If it had, like, any final trait that was beneficial to it in any degree whatsoever. There are some rare circumstances where I guess you could get value from it. Because it was pretty rare for the enemy to actually get that skull alignment. Like, we had to try multiple times, literally trying to give it to the enemy before it could actually get it. But the problem is they are going to get it randomly, just regardless. There's nothing you can do about it, unless you just infinitely loop them like we are right now. But, I don't know, it's not bad. Like, the Onyx Giant isn't bad at all. One thing that it has going for it, that's probably its main saving grace, is it's an Elemental Giant. Elemental Giant's actually a really good typing, because it works with Titan Hero Class, which is a really well-rounded hero class, while also being able to work with Mirage Queen like we're doing in that team, which has a lot of pure elemental builds. So it's still going to be viable, it's just his final trait is like literally the worst variant that we could have ever imagined. Like the exact worst possible way it could function is the exact way it functions, which we kind of already knew would probably be the way it functions, but kind of sad that it is the way that it functions. But yeah, I wish I had a different final trait. There are some instances you'll get value from it, but the amount of backfiring that will occur from it is really bad. I don't know, it's worth dealing with, I guess. It's definitely not a bad troop, it's just like different Keeper of Souls. Honestly, it's more fun Keeper of Souls. I feel like Keeper of Souls have gotten kind of stale because it's such a basic mechanic. Like, I haven't used Keeper of Souls realistically in like the last 2 or 3 years. Like, it's like still usable. It's just not as fun to use compared to some of the other Skull Spammers. This one's definitely fun to use, if nothing else. Anyways, let's go test it in PvP and see how badly it fails. Yeah, there's a real team. I was gonna say we need to find a real team first, but that is indeed a real team. Do it with 3 worms. That would technically work. Okay, do we have alignment immediately? I could do it on... Oh yeah, I could try it on red. The problem is your gamble... So this is the other issue that it can have. This isn't too much of an issue, just more how... So, like, the strategy you have to think behind it. But, right here, if you had Keeper of Souls, this is guaranteed alignment. However, right now, we'd be gambling it quite a bit if we're targeting this. Also, one thing to note, unless they have changed it, The gem you specifically target with your converter does not guaranteed get convert, which is something you would kind of assume. So in that particular instance, it did. However, unless they have changed the mechanic, the specific gem you target when you target a gem does not actually get converted. It simply decides what color you ended up picking, and then converts randomly based on that color that you ended up picking. It does not retroactively like figure out the one you clicked on and convert it. That'd be really cool if it did, if like every converter did that way. But unless they changed it, that is not the way it actually functions, unfortunately. So we can go for guarantee on green here. As weird as it may seem to deny our green when we have something else that needs the green, for a guaranteed hit like that is kind of worth it. So right here, we can go for a guaranteed red alignment, which we weren't able to before, but we can now, and it just wipes everything. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I just wish he had a different final trait, but it kind of works. It definitely resembles something that can function. Anyways, we'll mess with him a little bit later as well. Let's go switch over to a world event for a little while. Also, I gotta go to dungeons. Oh! Oh! Wait, I want to go down. Let me go down. Descend. Stay? No, descend. Okay, at least we got stairs. Oh, freeze. But at least we got downward stairs. We're now at level 9. Should we go run? You know what? Let's just run him for all 3 battles. We're gonna be frozen, but oh well. Let's see. The only problem with this team is... oh, yeah, I need yellow, don't I? Whoops. Oh, he just got the... No! He got the hit back. Alright, can we get a good convert here? No, not really. I think our best bet's just take yellow, explode everything, go from there. So we'll take a big skull. Oh, he just died. I wish he had slightly higher than 50% reduction as well. It would have been nice if he had like that 70% trait or whatever that was. Wasn't there one with 70%? Oh, wait, that was gold armor though. Technically his armor is in gold, I guess. But they could have given him ice armor. He kind of looks kind of glacial. He even uses blue. Like, they could have given him a 65% reduction for ice armor. I feel like 50% is slightly too low for how much reduction he actually needs to function. Because even with 50%, he feels a bit flimsy because he's giving so much skulls to the enemy. Especially without like a barrier option or something. Also, why did I click his button? I didn't even double check to see if we had alignment. Well, this is slightly problematic. I guess we'll do it on... We'll do it on blue. I get hit with a billion skulls and reflect. We don't have any alignment there. Yeah, I kind of have to take the skull, but then he just takes the skull anyways. Alright, Mirage Queen, you don't have any alignment either. Get a little bit of mana on you, so we can go clear the board and actually start rolling the team. Yeah, he's okay. He's an interesting skull utility troop. Basically what it comes down to. Rather unique in what he does. Though most similar to Keeper of Souls if you're looking for an alternative. Yeah, just sort of fun. Let's see if we can get lucky. He did. Perfect. Though I do have to say, he plays way more differently than Arc Proxy Evandra. Which you'd kind of expect. Arc Proxy Evandra is restricted to only being able to convert yellow, whereas this can convert anything, but doesn't do as many. But yeah, this feels way different than Arc Proxy. In a very good way. Because honestly, I'd almost rather use this than Arc Proxy. Especially since we got a new weapon that is basically Arc Proxy, but as a weapon form of like him. It's like an in-between of Arc Proxy and Onyx Giant. Where it like only does the yellow convert, but does it specifically like how he does it. Which might sound a bit worse, but given that's on Hero, actually makes it kind of usable. Because Hero doesn't have too many other options to do skulls like that. We'll do it on brown here just because it clears almost the whole board, or at least the whole upper board. And then we just do Mirage Queen. Also, that's something else we have to keep in mind. If we can help it, we want to do Mirage Queen for the green convert, not him. Because we have green to Doomskull. There we go. And give me my Dragonite. There we go. Yeah, it's fun. Definitely like the troop. Honestly, I like it a lot more than I thought I would like it. Though that final trait is abysmal. That final trait is very exceedingly ultra bad. Alright, let me go grab our world event team. What are our 2 world event teams I showed? We have an all-in skull spam one, and we have a Mang version of it. How are we going about quick mana with this, though? I guess we're just taking it manually. You know what? I'm gonna be making another one from scratch, let's see. Like, it does work, but for the earlier range... Oh yeah, the shop was also not working earlier. Let me go grab my 2 tiers. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Because this is a weird event week where we have to go skulls. If you want to get that extra damage in there. For the super early fights, you can kind of go for like an AoE build if you really want to, but you eventually have to switch into skulls. Which almost makes me just want to... Yeah, you know what? The way we were running it earlier is actually fine. Because there's no empower here, right? Because that's the biggest issue. There's no, like, start turn 1. Oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, there is. Oh, yeah, I saw him earlier and then didn't bother building him into the team because I ended up going for High King instead. However, you could use both. Or not High King, whatever his name is. King something something. Yeah, King Highforge, that guy. Hey, we can actually run it like this with no hero. For the earlier fights, this isn't going to matter because we don't need survivability or anything. So we just go all in on a brown... red... I guess it doesn't really matter what the second color is. I guess brown-green. Even though it's getting converted, we might be able to utilize it. And then we go with that. Alright, but yeah, let's run with no hero. Because we actually don't need hero for what we're about to be doing. There we go. Alright, let's roll that. Bogue Strider, Onyx Giant, Doom Dax with Mirage Queen. That could end up working. We can go try it in a bit. Want to go get our battles for this in real quick. Which we don't have too many of them for. Also, I just could have killed him with King. I forgot, we're low enough down where we just keep using King. Also, as far as scoring is concerned, just don't take Night Hag. As long as you don't take Night Hag, you're taking the right room. Very straightforward scoring. We don't have Convert. Also, this new troop that we got this week, he's kind of okay. As far as Drocksmith is concerned, he's only going to be viable when there's a lot of Daemons or Undeads in a meta. And currently, the meta does not have a particularly high amount of either. Daemons have kind of fallen off in the meta due to not having any mana start. And generally, pure Undead teams aren't really something ran that often, even though they are usable. They're just not something that's common to be used. So it makes his use a little situational. He's going to be really good for this event because I believe most of the battles are Undead and or Daemon. But in a normal context, he doesn't have that much value. The main thing that will make him really valuable is whenever we finally get a 50 or 40% mana start for, oh, what are they called? For Undead. I mean, for, Daemons, I mean. That'll be the main thing that could make this guy actually kind of good. Because right now he's just average. For this exact event, he'll be one of the best options. But going forward, he'll see very little usage until he sees a lot of usage. There's pretty much going to be nothing in between. Like, after this week, we're going to forget he exists. And in, like, 2 years from now, he's going to be the meta for some kind of weird, like, anti-meta team. Like, he'll be the meta for the anti-meta for some Daemon 50% mana start team that will exist. It's going to happen. Like, literally the second 50% mana start Daemons comes into the game, he will instantly become, like, one of the more viable counters to it. But until that day, he shall remain in the dust pile with the other thousands of troops. But yeah, one day he'll be good. Just gotta wait a while. Oh, so he does have Necromancy, which is kind of interesting. There isn't really any, like, team building viability to that, but it gives you some free souls, if nothing else. Because the only thing that really boosts ratios well off of souls is Farish Ra. Biggest issue Farish Ra has in the current meta is it doesn't have enough damage generally to one-shot, which is very problematic to be using any mythic with a really high mana cost that doesn't one-shot things. And even then, even if it one-shots, it's sometimes too slow to one-shot one at a time. Though it does have some mana convert that makes up for it slightly. And Farish Ra does... Oh gosh, they're all Night Hags. Oh no. But Farish Ra does have synergy with it too, technically. Because it's undead. So it counts for his skull boost ratio. It also converts away a color that neither of them use. The yellow. Actually, what color is this? Yeah, because Farish Ra is purple, brown, blue. So it'd be converting away a color that neither of them use, which is yellow to purple. Gosh, Farish Ra has not been using it in a while now. It's still technically viable for farming souls, but you know, with Vault events like we just had last weekend, there isn't really much of a need to directly farm for souls. Like, you still could if you really wanted to. There isn't much of a need to these days compared to in the past. I'm just going to convert here. Should be enough to get things rolling. It was a good thing that most of these teams are Daemon and Undead. These other guys, this guy would look like he's doing a lot less. Because on the team that we currently have, if there wasn't any Daemon or Undead on the opposing team, we'd only be creating 8 skulls. Which is not enough to really do much. But luckily, it's normally creating closer to 12 because the enemy has so many of both. And all Night Hags again. Yeah, Lester, I'll go try it after we clear out the battles here. Because after we finish out all of our World Event battles, we'll go mess with Onyx Giant for the rest of the stream. See what we can build. And I'll probably cover a team video for it tomorrow. But yeah, honestly, his overall... Like, using it is a lot more fun than I thought it would be. But his final trait is just as bad as we thought it would be. Which is not ideal. Like, if his final trait was good... Oh wait, I could have just won, whoops. Then I feel like I would use him a lot more. But while he's fun to use, I think he's going to be a little bit too gimmicky to use often. But it's always nice to see fun mythics, if nothing else. It's definitely a pretty unique mechanic, even though we somewhat had it with Keeper of Souls. Because even though Keeper of Souls has it, it plays a lot differently than how you play Keeper of Souls. Like a lot differently. Speaking of Keeper of Souls, hello. We were just talking about you. I don't have any convert here. Here, have a... Oh wait, I literally said that. I meant to click the other one, but I accidentally clicked the convert. Whoops. It's only 8, but you have to keep in mind you can convert any color. So there's a lot of situations where you can still get away with it. There's still a lot you could do with converting any 8. If it was 8 to a single color, that would be a lot more limiting. Like that one hero weapon, where it was kind of average because it was just way too limited. But being able to do 8 on anything you choose gives a lot of options. Especially since you're board clearing and gaining a lot of mana accumulation every single time you do. You also have to keep in mind there's a lot of situations where you can go for a 3 and chain them together. Because let's say there are 7 of a color on the board, and you convert, you know, all 7 of them to Uberdoom Skulls then, because it does up to 8. If you're only getting a 3, you still know where all the other Uberdoom Skulls are. So you'll know the range of how big your Uberdoom Skull hit is, and then you can see how much of the board you're actually going to explode by taking a single 3. There's actually a lot of situations where you'll be able to go and use it even though you're only getting one single skull, because that one single skull will trigger a bunch of Uberdoom Skulls to chain together. Because you know, you're going to know when you cast it where every single one is. So you don't have to go for an extra turn to still get a lot of value from it. Like, ideally you'd want to, of course, but it's not required to cast his ability. Or something like a Keeper of Souls, you'd pretty much hold until you always have alignment, because casting him when you're only getting like a skull poke or 2 is pretty underwhelming a lot of times. But doing it with the Onyx Giant isn't as bad of a value exchange, because you're exploding half the board when you do so. Since you know where every Doom Skull is, or Uberdoom Skull is going to be placed. And if one single chain can just explode the entire board. Yeah, it's fun. It's an interesting gimmick. Because currently no other trooper really does that exact gimmick right now. Because we don't really have a giant gem mechanic that does the same thing currently. Or possibly ever, because now that I think about it, yeah, this is the second to last week with giant gems. And I don't think we're getting anything next week that utilizes it. So it's actually going to be the only thing that has a giant gem mechanic like that. Where you actually get to choose where several of them go. Obviously it's through Uberdoom Skull, not specifically giant gem, but you know, they basically are giant gems in a sense. Or a different version of them. How many gems do you need to get the for the Kamina events? If you do it every single day, that's enough to get pretty much all the rewards, which is 50 gems for 14 days. And that amount of gems is... oh yeah, I didn't actually mention that in the video. But I think I mentioned it was slightly under 1,000, but I never actually mentioned the actual number. But it's whatever 50 times 14 is, pretty much gives you everything. Which is... math, 700, right? I think I did that right. It's about 700 gems. If you want everything, it's like slightly under 1,000. But if you're only looking for like unique everything, it's about 700 or so. Like 800 or so. Which honestly isn't that bad at all. It's basically like a bounty event or something similar. Because normally events like those you spend 710 gems for, which is about the same cost that the event has. Which I'm really surprised it's that cheap. But honestly, I kind of like how they set it up. It's not too overly expensive. It doesn't take that much time. It's not too interesting, though, is the only problem. Like, I was kind of hoping it'd be something a little bit more unique from a gameplay perspective. And while it's not too much of a time sink or anything like that, the actual gameplay for it's really basic. It's just standard battles. Like, really standard battles. Which is not ideal. But at least it doesn't take forever. It's not like those crown things where you have to go out of your way for like a super long amount of time or something similar. And it's then luck-based if you even find it. Because to do 6 battles per day for it takes like maybe 6 minutes, not even. You want to get to the harder area, you have access to Thrall Leprechaun. So you have access to some pretty strong quick teams. Including Zugoff and the such. As well as Thrall Leprechaun, obviously. Oh, so technically we have access to the Onyx we just got today, too. How many gems do you need? Oh, I already answered that. Does that include Max Pet? Yes, that does include Max Pet and Power Orb. Actually, it is possible to get the Power Orb without spending a single gem. If you did not care about anything else, though I do advise getting everything else as well, but if you didn't care about everything else and only wanted the achievement, it is actually possible to get the Power Orb without spending a single gem, just by doing the daily battles. Because you get, well, it's technically more than 840, but if you count it as just 20 per day, or sorry, 60 per day, you would end up getting 840 for just doing the free battles. It's technically slightly more than that because it keeps going up and up and up. I'm not sure the exact math on that, but it's like maybe 900 or 1,000 or so that you get for free. But yeah, you get a pretty sizable amount. It's almost like 1,000 gems for free. I mean, 1,000 points for free, even if you didn't spend any gems towards it. And that's enough to get the Power Orb or the Troop plus a pet. Actually, that'd be enough for the Troop, the pet, and the armor. You can actually get for free without spending a single gem. You can get 1 copy of the pet, which is technically 6 copies. You can get 1 copy of the Legends. You can get the armor without spending a single gem on it. Though I do advise spending 50 per day. Is probably the best way to go about it. Do the 3 free battles, then do the 3 50 gem battle, and then just end it there. If you need slightly more by the end of it, just buy like an extra tier or 2 near the end. For the 100. You really don't need to go much beyond 50 every single day. You could if you wanted to, but there isn't much of a need to. Let's see. I don't want any of this. I'm actually going to pass my turn just so he does something bad with his turn. Unfortunately, he did not actually do something bad with his turn. So many battles do we have left? I haven't been paying attention to our sigil number. Oh, 1 left. Well, that's convenient. Unless we're getting a Valraven here. I feel like we will. Nope, no Valraven. And then we'll go back to messing with Onyx. Hey, let me go do Lester's team. First I need to go check what that even was. We're out of battles. Yeah, we got another tier out of it, though. There we go. We're almost there already. And Isabel once again carrying us, as per usual. Greatly appreciated. Aloko also slightly high up there. And a third of the guild doing nothing still. Well, technically a 6. We'll get around to it. Oh, where are we? Right in the middle, right? Yep, we are dead tied with 3 other people. 603, 603, 603. Oh, we're doing something right. Though apparently we didn't get as lucky though, because these 618s are, and possibly that 624, are also from the same amount of battles. And apparently we're doing something similar to everyone else. Anyways. So let's go mess with the troop a little bit more. Grab our tribute. Because I believe we finished everything else as far as objectives. So we can mess around a bit with the new Obsidius, or Onyx. I keep on calling him Obsidius. He's called Onyx Giant, is his name. But he looks like he's made of obsidian, which is why I keep saying that. I was about to go check something. We finished everything else out, right? Yeah, we did that, we did that, we did that. Definitely make sure to get your... Oh, also, make sure to do your battles every single day for this. I mentioned it during the video, though I'm not sure if I mentioned it in stream, but any battles you don't do not carry over to the following day. Theoretically, if you bought a bunch with gems, they do. However, you don't get the extra 3 daily ones. So you should always make sure this number right over here says 0 by the end of every single day. If it doesn't, you're going to miss out on battles the following day. So make sure to always use all the battles for these. They're pretty quick, so it doesn't take that long. But any day that you don't do it, you miss out on the battles. So you do want to make sure to do it every day, even though it only takes like a few minutes. But if you don't do it, it doesn't carry over to the following day. Which means you missed out on 3 battles at minimum. Anyways. So let's go and mess with this troop then. A little bit more. Let's go to, let's go back to just explore. Let's see what team was mentioned. Let's see. I believe, Lester mentioned the Box Strider team with it. Dun 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 dun. Where'd it go? I'm trying to find it. I see the team code. Where was the actual team pasted, though? Or, you know, the actual troops. I just want to put the troops in there. Wait, where is it? There it is. Box Strider, Onyx Giant, Doomed Axe, and Mirage Queen. Wait, let's see. Box Strider for the Entangle, and for mana accumulation, because it's basically throw out with Entangle with skull reduction. Onyx Giant, because that's what the team is. Doomed Axe, because damage. And what was the last one? Probably Mana Accumulator. And Mirage Queen. Yep, that's technically Mana Accumulator. Right, there we go. Okay, so I assume Elementalists based on this team. And then we change our banner to... Actually, what do we use for banner here? I kind of want to go double green. Like a double green yellow. But we're going to get denied on green. But I also need green for Box Strider. It's a weird situation. I just kind of want to go double yellow, blue then, maybe. You don't have +1 into yourself, right? No, you don't. Yeah, I'm going to just give Box Strider +0. As much as I want to give him +2. Honestly, I might even minus him. But I want double yellow, so I can't do that. The only way I could do that is this way. Unless I want to give a +1 to a different color. Let's try it this way. This will make Box Strider a little bit slower at start. But it's giving 50% mana start, so it's normally going to be fine. Honestly, I should probably give it a +1 just to make sure it can, though. Since we are doing it that way. Alright, let's check brown. Looks good enough. Let's go for it. Because once again, you don't always have to do it for an extra turn. While it is ideal to do so, it's not required. Still a lot of situations where you can get a lot of value from it. Also, I wasn't even paying attention. We have purple to... we have green to Doomskull, and we also have purple to Doomskull. And we also have anything we want to Uber Doomskull. But as you saw there, I clicked on that brown, but it didn't get converted. So yeah, that's the way it still acts. I wish it didn't act that way. But the way that converters like this act is they convert based on the color you target, not based on the gem you click. I believe there's like one troop in the game, like Flamefer, and if like maybe something else, that does it like they put a gem where you click and then convert the other thing. But for the most part, the way that converters like this work is it's simply choosing the color that you're converting. It is not actually converting the gem you click on. So if you click on a specific gem, it's only giving the color association. It's not actually telling you, it's not telling the game to convert that gem. Which is unfortunate, because that'd be very useful for a lot of troops that are like that. That's not the way it works. It's not guaranteed that the gem you click will get converted. Even though it probably should be that way. Okay, we'll go convert blues, and he's dead. That seems perfectly fine. It's pretty much everything you need for our team. Got our good old mana accumulator up front. Onyx for our damage. More skulls because why not? And honestly, I feel like most of them are going to be centered around Mirage Queen. Which means the next team I need to build needs to be a Titan one. Because I do feel like 80 to 90% of the time you're going to go pure elemental with this guy. But I also want to show the giant variant since he is a giant after all. So after this one, we definitely need to go build a giant team for him. Like a 4x giant or something similar. We even use a giant mana accumulating weapon. Also, I would love to have alignment here. We're just gonna gamble on purple. We didn't get it, but it does so much value, it doesn't even matter. Honestly, you don't even need alignment on this guy. He's just doing so much value when he does this thing that it's just gonna work out. I'm gonna go for Bark Strider here just to kind of set things up. I'm actually pretty surprised we still don't have an option here. I'm about to just Doom Skull him. Ooh, purple. It's not guaranteed, but it's really likely. No, we didn't get it. Fortunate. Once again, pretty likely, though not guaranteed. Got it, though. Also, I don't think I've casted this weapon a single time. Not that it's not doing anything, I just keep forgetting to keep checking for purple convert. Like right now, we finally have purple convert. There we go. We have green to Doom Skull, purple to Doom Skull, anything to Uber Doom Skull, and a board clear. There's a lot of things to keep track of, but we mostly just need to keep track that we have purple to Doom and green to Doom. The green to Doom I know of. I keep forgetting about the purple to Doom, though. Also, I should probably give this guy a +1. I still feel like we should have +2 yellow, but I should change the +1 blue to a +1 green, just to ensure if we see a green on the starting board that we guarantee get him up. Because I forgot he had exactly 4 mana when we do it that way. It is kind of important that he gets that initial +1. It only matters for turn 1 or turn 2, but it matters enough that it's worth doing it just for that. My blue doesn't do anything. Yellow will just clear. Oh, I should have taken brown first. Whoops. Just to get the thing off the board, the giant gem. You know, I'm going to do this on red. It's one of those situations where we're going to get so much of the board exploded. That's worth doing regardless. And we'll go for board clear here. Which pretty much we click whenever there's just no option to really go for. Right, we have alignment on the other one, so let me go for that. Which ideally gives us alignment on the next one, which we don't have yet. So I think I'm going to gamble blue. Actually, no, let me move that first. There's too much value everywhere. We'll take that one. There's too many things to look at. And then we'll probably just kill... Oh, never mind, he's already dead. So many things to look at. Okay, let's do one more, and then let's go do a giant build. Because we've been doing a bunch of elemental ones. Now we need to go do a 4x giant. You have it on double green, really? As the only green thing on the team, I don't think double green is needed, though I do want to give him a +1. Which I meant to actually change right now, but I forgot to. Let me just go for his green. We go for a full board clear just so we can get everything rolling. And now we can actually start playing the battle. Okay. So I'm actually very tempted to hit brown here, even though it's very likely going to miss because of how many browns there are. No! Which we already kind of knew would happen. But the main reason I wanted to do that is this sets us up into our following turn. You have to take one low value turn to get a bunch of really high value turns. And now we almost just win. You know what? I'm actually going to convert purple here. Backfire slightly, but not enough to matter. Ah, there we go. Okay, let me go change that one banner real quick. Because I don't think that's really going to backfire, and it helps us get a bit better turn 1. So what we need here is a double yellow green. I don't want to minus blue, though. What are plus green options that aren't horrible? What if we minus purple and went for Mirage Queen? Because that wouldn't hurt. Just go for overall value that way. Because that's technically double green. Is we're getting extra double. Oh, I guess we are going double after all, aren't we? I meant to just give it a +1, but in this context, going double actually works. +2 green, +1 blue, -1 brown. That could also work. Let's see. What do we need here? Take the yellow. Oh, we need green to get rolling. I'm actually going to take it vertically so we get it that way. And now we win. Because once this team gets going, it's pretty much just good to go. As long as we have alignment on everything. Book Strider doesn't need that much mana to get going, but I guess in case he gets mana drained or something. A little bit of a backup plan there. I do not like our options currently. About to just clear the whole board, but use a Mirage Queen to do so. Because I want to make sure there's a lot of skulls on the board so we can just get a really nice follow-up somewheres. I'm tempted to hit red here. Yellow seems more likely to align, though. We didn't get it. It's so much exploded it barely matters, though. Luckily. Oh, wait, he doesn't have full mana right now. That's slightly not ideal, but now he got it back. Probably shouldn't have taken that extra turn. Could have actually converted some there. But now we can just go for purple, guaranteed. I was about to go do it with him, but might as well do it with the weapon. And now we target... Oh, wait. It's already over. I like how I'm not paying attention to the team at all, or the enemy team. I'm just, like, paying attention to where our manas are and where on Earth everything is on the board. I'm not even paying attention to what the enemy team even is. Though in all fairness, in Explorer doesn't matter. Though in PvP it kind of does. Speaking of which, let's go move this to PvP real quick. Let's see. I need a real team. That somewhat is, but I want a different real team. That's annoying. This Flask Thrall. That is a real team. It's just a really annoying one. Here we go. Here's a more standard real team. Oh yeah, I just realized something. We have no way to deal with statuses. Problem. Purple to green. Doesn't do a lot. Yellow to green. Literally ends us immediately. Interesting. Luckily he's not won yet. So he's planning on it. We landed an extra turn somewhere. So we have to keep in mind we're frozen on green. However, we are only frozen on green. Oh, so I can just get rid of the green and now we're frozen on nothing, kind of. Actually, we're frozen on skulls. Wait, hold up. That's more than nothing. That is probably the most relevant thing for us to be frozen on right now. Although I like how this team is just like ignoring that we're even frozen. Because we can just keep extra turning everything from everything else. Okay. So how do I want to do this? I guess we convert brown. There's a really likely chance we'll get good value everywhere. Because you have to keep in mind, we can't actually extra turn from skulls right now. So we're depending entirely on the cascade regardless. In this current situation. And the whole team's dead. And there we go. Alright, let's go test a giant team now. I think we tested that one enough. Alright, let's go build a giant team from scratch. So, of course, this Onyx is two typings. One, and the more likely relevant one, is it's an elemental. However, the Onyx Giant, with giant in its name, is of course also a giant. So we can run it with Titan class. Which also means we have access to early Brown Storm, so it's probably going to be a more brown-oriented team. We even go Mountain Crusher. I haven't run Mountain Crusher in a while, but this is actually a context of a team where Mountain Crusher would probably be pretty good. Like a first slot Mountain Crusher in front of an Onyx Giant. Let's see. Put a Mountain in there. Actually, we could even make this pure brown. Pure brown giant team. I don't want to force it to be pure brown, though. There's better giants out there. But it might ultimately end up being one. Let me see. Let me first look at only brown ones, because I'm actually curious if we actually can make a good brown only one. We have access to hard counter as well, which is interesting. My biggest concern is I need a second damage source. Anti-goblin. No. I'm trying to think. What is the strongest damage output giant currently in the game? That isn't Hero itself or this Onyx Giant. I might have to look at not brown. But you know what? I'm gonna super look at not brown. Let's see. So here are all the non-brown giants in the game. I'm not seeing anything super good for damage. There's like a few that like kind of do damage, but not like a lot of damage. Oh wait, Baldur. Oh, but it's boosted by blue allies though. I can still make that work. Like our weapon doesn't have to be Mountain Crusher. Just what I currently have there. We could technically make Baldur work actually. Actually, we could probably even make double Baldur work. Wait. Oh wait. Oh no, he's only giant instead of giant elemental though. I really wish he was giant elemental because then we can get away with like an insane Oshia's Tome. I think we only need one Baldur. I'm slightly tempted to go double Baldur though. Because if we go double Baldur, we can go Oshia's Tome, Onyx Giant, double Baldur. I'm just trying to see if there's a different option, like running an Empower. What's the Empower blue giant called? Sea Troll. I'm not sure if he's going to get his mana up enough. Because I want to like double blue into like Oshia's Tome and do it that way. Because that will give everything full mana the second he casts. And that also gives us double damage then. Or, you know, double damage source. Is it worth blocking him on purple? Yeah, probably. Because realistically, what's the banner we're probably going to run? We need some amount of plus into Oshia's Tome, so we probably have to run a blue something. It's probably not worth giving Sea Troll anything. Like a double blue something's definitely going to have to be our banner here. Blue-yellow would make sure book goes up the most. Blue-purple would have the most amount of leakage. I think it's really important for us to turn one tome, so I'm going to go blue-yellow. We need a +2 blue, +1 yellow, minus something. I don't want to minus green, though. Minusing brown is kind of awkward, but I guess in this situation, it actually doesn't matter too much. Even though we barrier on brown and everything. Oh, but we have Brown Storm, though. Because you don't have an alternative to that on Titan, do you? No. You basically have to run Brown Storm, which kind of makes me not want to run minus brown if we can help it. We could always give the +1 to something else, like brown itself. Like, what's a +2 blue-brown, then? We can minus yellow, which we definitely don't want to do. Yeah, that's the only option we have, is to minus yellow, then. I'd rather minus brown than minus yellow. Because we need Oshia's Tome to work turn 2, ideally. Alright, let's just try it like this and see what happens. Try it here first. Something along the lines of this. So I feel like this should be probably in 3rd slot. So right off the bat, we obviously want to go for Oshia's Tome over pretty much every other priority. And then once we get Oshia's Tome, we can start playing. Alright. And now we can kind of start going crazy. So this creates how many skulls now? This ends up creating 16 skulls. Wait, really? I forgot how broken Baldur was. Hold up. That's not even a pure blue team either. No, it's almost pure blue. It's one off from pure blue. But, gosh, I forgot how big that is. I haven't used Baldur in a while. We've shown, like, a couple teams with him here and there. But it's very rare that we get, like, a new giant legend as of recently. And this, of course, is very much under that category. Also, I keep on accidentally click him. I meant to click on the other one. So we'll do that. Get a big burst. Throw to doubling again. Or not really doubling, but it feels like doubling. It's actually more than doubling the amount on the board. In most situations. It doesn't feel as loopy as the other one, but it's definitely still strong. We also got Barrier Brown Hero class in front, which means we actually do want to minimally deny brown. And we did ultimately decide on a +2 blue, +1 yellow. Wait, what's our minus then? Oh! Wait, did I minus brown but we're actually neutral on it because I have +1? Wait, what? Yeah, I do right now. Because I have... Wait, why does my Titan currently +1 on brown? I guess I was doing it for some other team earlier. That's funny. He's just currently +1 on brown right now. I'm actually going to double the blue on the board, which allows us to set up back into having full mana on everything. And we kind of just repeat the cycle as we need. I'm going to hit blue. Oddly enough, this is probably a really bad idea, but I'm going to deny every blue in hopes that we would actually turn there. Unfortunately, didn't get it, but whenever we do that, we can just simply cycle back. Kind of be good to go. Oh, being frozen on first slot is so bad, though. That's probably the biggest concern I'm going to have with this team, or really, honestly, any Onyx team. It has the big issue that a lot of teams have, in that the second they get frozen, they don't have a response for it. And this team definitely has that issue as well. Where it's really good until the exact second it gets frozen. And then it crumbles apart. Especially when it gets, like, frozen and tangled. Because we have nothing to stop that. Like, if we get stun, frozen, and tangled off elementals on first slot, we kind of just lose. Though in all fairness, a lot of teams kind of just lose in that situation. Oh no, we're frozen on... Oh no. We can still make this work, though. So we can take a yellow there. We can take a brown, because we're not frozen on that. We can take an O'Shea's Tome and get everything rolling. And you need to get cleanse. Green is guaranteed, so let me go for it. Since we don't have Mirage Queen, we actually have to use that for our green option now. We are frozen on blue, which is something to keep in mind. Blue and red are both frozen. However, skulls are not, so we can still keep taking skulls as much as we want. With no penalty. I'm going to risk a purple here. Oh no, it's not risk. It's exact number. Perfect. Nice. Okay, I can't double blue in this situation safely. So I'm just going to explode the whole board. He's still not unfrozen, which is really unfortunate. We're going to double blue here, which will give us full mana on everything, but we'll lose our turn. And by everything, I mean everything but him himself. Because he actually has to use his mana to do it, and he doesn't feed back into himself, unfortunately. I guess we go for the skull option here and hopefully get new alignment. And then with that, we go for our guarantee convert. And then with that, we win. Double Baldair works great. Yeah, double Baldair is kind of insane. We actually could do that. Go minus green banner and go, because honestly, I feel like C-Troll is doing very little on this team. Like, it's giving us some extra stats over here, which is making our bulk kind of nice. But beyond all this extra bulk, it's not really doing too much. But yeah, I think we'll go for, because we can go for Baldair and then change our banner to a minus green one then. My only concern is if O'Shea Tome dies, we have no mana accumulator then. But there's a lot of instances where C-Troll can't really do much anyways because it's frozen. Yeah, we'll go double Baldair. Also make us have 3 damage sources. If we're running it this way, I kind of want to run the Baldairs around the Onyx Giant then. Because if something's going to die, I want the first Baldair to die, not our Onyx Giant. Actually, it's not a degree. I almost want to put it that way, but well, you definitely got to make sure it goes that way. And then we just need a minus green banner. Let's go check our options. We need minus green and plus blue. Also, this is a pure blue team now, too, which makes sense because of pure Baldair. Let's see. So this works pretty good for O'Shea's Tome. We have access to red, which does give us more bleeding than what we need. But it's probably more important to have O'Shea's Tome get up quicker. So it's going to roll with that. That seems fine. Oh, one other thing I want to go change, which I should have in the first place. We can run either Enrage or Explode on Hero. And we should be running one of them. I guess Enrage. Either or works. Because this gives us a higher chance we'll clear the whole board. And this gives us more damage and capability of hitting through traits. So I'm just going to go Enrage, I guess. I'm not sure why I still had it to brown. I guess it was for some other team we were running earlier. Yeah, we're still getting a lot of mana accumulation. Because we're getting mana accumulation off of Doom Skulls and Uber Doom Skulls. And obviously O'Shea's Tome is our main mana accumulation option. So he's converting blue to red. That is pretty much nothing, right? You just get the pair over there. Can I stop him? I can just move this vertically, right? Oh, but then he still gets a pair over here. I'm just moving the location where it occurs. But he gives us this. Right, oh wait, I'm frozen on Baldair. I didn't see it. Whoops. Okay, let me go throw this now. Getting entangled, frozen, stunned on this team is going to be a little annoying. Especially on that first slot there. So how do we want to run this? First things first, do we have alignment on that? No, so we're just going to double the skulls. It's actually not double, I keep saying double. But all it does is create a lot of skulls. We'll convert away our blue. And now that we don't have the troll, it doesn't matter as much if we convert away blue. Especially when we can just board clear again. It's really weird having such low skull damage. But we can still hit really hard with Uber Doom skulls. Like, we can win while entangled with skulls. Okay. So I'm just gonna board clear here. Gosh, I wish you weren't frozen. I wish you weren't entangled. Thank you. At least one of them came undone. We're still frozen, but our skulls aren't frozen anymore, so now we just win. There we go. I still kind of want to move Hero back one, but I really can't, especially if we're running Enrage on him. But even if he runs running Explode, the other one is just a little bit too risky to run in first. He's gonna die too quick. Because on Hero, we could just take a brown whenever we want to not die. Blue to yellow, and the other one. Oh wait, never mind. You just deny yellow. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait. Why do you have a blue to yellow convert with a yellow destruction troop? I'm confused as to what the plan is there. Especially under AI control. Let's see. I need a blue. Though that Spirit Fox just did so much value, though. Not because of the rabbit with it, but just it existing did a lot of value. The rabbit combination with it still seems weird. Because all the value it got there was because Spirit Fox, not because of rabbit plus Spirit Fox. If anything, the rabbit just helped us because it created a bunch of yellow. And it put it back onto the board when we needed it. Yeah, honestly, this team is just like buffer Balder. Like back when like we were messing with like triple Balder and stuff like that. Wait, why does it show us hero? That's weird. Okay, well I'm very confused as to how glitched this is right now. It's showing hero here, which is something that normally is not possible. Wait, I need to screenshot this. So, hold up. It's showing me hero, but its teams are lamps. And it has no hero even set as its thing, right? Because doesn't it normally show? That is so weird. It has no hero registered. It has lamps there. It shows hero on its thing. Because normally it shows a hero right there. This is priest. It says nothing. That is so strange. Yeah, normally it says the thing right there. But it says no hero class at all. While having a hero in the thumbnail. Despite it's not having any hero there. So strange. Anyways, why am I even fighting this battle? I guess just because I wanted to see what would happen. I've seen weird glitches in there before. I haven't not seen that one. Though I don't do that much PvP, which is probably why. It's probably been around for forever. Or not literally forever, but recently forever. I kind of forgot how many skulls Baldur creates. Until we started using him again. He's still just as insane. He's one of those troops where it's like, you kind of forget over time how insane it actually is. Like, I think that way about Flask every single time. It's like, yeah, Flask was kind of okay. And then you run Flask team again later down the line. And it's like, oh wow, Flask is like broken beyond belief. Baldur's like that. It's one of those things you probably wouldn't run too often. But then when you do again, it's just insane remembering how broken it is beyond belief. And the fact that we never get rebounds patches. Or at least not recently. They really should. We have not really been getting rebounds in recent years. Also, this does still suffer from the very real issue of never having cleanse. I guess we could technically go Orpheus medals to slightly fix that. Because we're in a weird situation where I almost want Hero to die so we could win. Oh, never mind. It cleanse. We don't need Hero to die now. Hero, you get to live. Congrats. Okay, I'm just going to do some purple because the chance we get alignment is so absurdly high that we might as well. We did not get as much mana as I would have hoped there, but I don't think it's going to matter. They just double the skulls, and if that doesn't kill, we have the convert, and it's over. Someone using the new troop. Might as well give it a shot. Hey, clearly it's working as intended, I know, right? Yeah, does anyone else have any other questions or anything you want me to go over? What if you use Zugov in the 4th slot? We could. It is an option. That is indeed an option. That would apply status effect to the opposing team. It would have a way higher mana cost, though, which could be slightly concerning. But we also have a pretty high amount of excess mana. Oh, we get guaranteed blue convert, so let me go for that. Let's see. Oh no, I kind of almost want to just show it as double Baldur. I feel like I put Zugov into too many teams. So I might as well let Baldur shine and just put no Zugov in this. Because I feel like every 3rd team I show has Zugov in it. Just because how strong it is. So we're gonna go no Zugov for this and just leave it double giant. But you could put Zugov there. It would work. But yeah, that's new Onyx Giant. Honestly, I like it a lot. It's a very fun troop to use. Has a lot of potential. Probably going to be used with elementals more than giants, but hey, you got the Baldur team if nothing else. You can just like spam Baldur. It's basically just Baldur spam team with a single Onyx Giant in it. Because that's what you would run. It's just O'Shea's Tomb with triple Baldur is what you used to run. And now it's just double Baldur with Onyx Giant. So, got slightly updated with Onyx Giant. If anything else, it gives it a lot more mana coverage, which is nice. Megavore 4th slot. Megavore 4th slot would be kind of funny. The only problem is you have to give up your turn to do the armor tier, which might not be worth getting rid of, given that you have so much extra turn potential. Because with Zugov, you at least have extra turn potential while having freeze and stuff like that. Well, I was going to say triple damage, but I forgot. You have to kind of use Titan to get everything rolling, so you kind of can't do it down that route. But the only big issue with Megavore is if you want the armor tier, you have to give up a turn. It's normally not too big a deal, but it can backfire at times. Compared to just spamming more skulls. Because it seems like we already have enough damage. If anything, I almost feel like putting a Beatrix on it or something. Just to make sure we don't have to deal with status effects. Because that last Baldur is pretty flexible. You can replace that Baldur with a lot of things. A different damage source, a support troop, whatever else. I'll probably just keep it as a second Baldur, though, for the fun of it. Anyways, guys, I'll probably wrap it up for now. We'll cover a video on it tomorrow. Might even mention one other team. Might even tweak some of the teams a little bit. We'll see. Because there's a lot of different ways you could run them depending on how you want to go about it. But yeah, we'll cover the new Onyx Giant tomorrow. Just kind of recapping everything as far as his mechanics and everything. Honestly, it's a pretty fun Mythic. I personally don't feel like I'll be using it too much into the future. But it's definitely fun to use. Definitely not a must-have. While it's not exactly the same, you can get a lot of similar value out of Keeper of Souls. Well, it's not the exact same mechanic. It's a similar enough mechanic while being way more accessible. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll have that out tomorrow. We'll probably have a video going up on the new Carmina on Wednesday as well, since we'll do our battles tomorrow night. And then I'll probably do it off-stream Wednesday at some point, so I can cover our Carmina then. That or we'll just go over it during the night, or however we'll do it. But, of course, she's the new troop that ends up coming in technically today. We're probably going over her on Wednesday or Thursday, probably Wednesday. My only big concern with her is I'm pretty sure her skulls overwrite each other. Which means compared to like even just Baldur that we're just using, it's a really underwhelming mechanic. Its final trait for a legendary also isn't anything particularly outstanding. It's just a death mark when you get an enemy kill, and which means you need an enemy kill to even get it in the first place, which means you're probably in a state where you're already likely going to win, or in the process of starting to win, to enough of a degree where you really don't need a death mark. It is more so than almost any other death marker is probably going to do nothing in most situations. Because by the time you're already getting a death mark, you're already half won the battle. Because you already have all your mana, you already got the kill. You're probably about to get ready to do like another kill or two. And one other thing that's really annoying about this too is when you death mark something that's already death marked, it refreshes the death mark, which is very likely because if you get a kill and it death marks, let's say 3rd slot, and then you get a kill on 2nd slot and it death marks 3rd slot again, you just made it so they won't get death marked killed that turn, which means she's basically refreshing the timer. Meaning you won't even have a chance to get the kill that is already a low chance to get in the first place. But overall, unfortunately, Carmina is pretty underwhelming. The Mythic we end up getting through the campaign is definitely a bit stronger than her. But of course, she is a legend after all, so I guess it's not supposed to be as strong. This is actually one of the few Mythics from a campaign I actually feel like is a Mythic. We've been getting some pretty bad campaign Mythics, but this one's actually not that bad. Especially after using it a bit. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Have Have a wonderful one for us your week. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. Actually, 2 hours prior to now tomorrow. Gosh, we've been going for a while. I didn't even realize we were streaming this long. I thought it was like 9 o'clock right now. It's almost like 9:40. Actually, it's almost like 9:50. It was 9:43. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful week. And yeah, tomorrow night we'll mostly be doing the faction, the Lithia faction, and progressing more in our little events, and probably mess with the World event and all that. And definitely don't forget, on Wednesday we got the cosmetic pet, not to be confused with the pet for the Lost Souls of Carmina. It's a completely different pet. This pet will be available into the future, whereas this other pet will likely not be, or at least very rarely. It's a cosmetic one, so make sure to get it this Wednesday, as that will be the only day you'll be able to get it. Specifically that Wednesday then. Anyways, guys, catch you later. Have a wonderful week. Goodbye, everyone.